my name is Dave Markin, and this is my project, MiMe Mindly Meditation. Now, inside this app, it uses different wavelengths of lights and sounds to help one's emotions. Now, in the summer of 2021, me and my mother were both hospitalized for typhoid fever, and therefore, over the course of the next year, she slowly went into a state of depression. Now that inspired me to create something that could help others who are experiencing something similar. Now, when you enter this app, you will be brought up with 3 screens, which in total is the onboarding interface. Here is the Welcome to MiMe Mindly Meditation page. It's an introduction, and then the second page tells you how this works, which I had explained, and the final onboarding screen is a Let's Start page. Then, when you enter into the app, you'll be greeted with a home page, and in that home page you will see 3 main things. 1 is a hamburger menu icon on the top left. 2, a section called Recommended Activity. And 3, another section called Other Activities. Now, in this example, in the screenshot, I click Recommended Activity, which the current recommended activity is Stay Relaxed, and therefore I get brought to this screen, which is using the correct wavelength of light to make someone stay relaxed. And there's a button to begin your meditation session, which if you click that, the screen will go completely blank, only including that color, and you'll be playing a sound. Now, if we were to go back to the home page, if you were to access the hamburger menu, you would be able to see that there are 4 buttons, which one is to go to the home page, one is to the How This Works page, and another is to go to the Settings page, and then finally the About Us page. Now, let's say you wanted to check out the Settings page, you'd be brought to this screen, which currently has a setting to allow you to change how long you want your session to be. But in the future, let's say the Stay Relaxed activity isn't really working for you, but you saw that the Feel Confident activity is making you stay relaxed, you can change the Stay Relaxed activity. You can change its wavelength of light for you. I also plan on adding an AI algorithm that allows the app itself to take what time you're opening the app and how often you're using it and what emotion you're usually feeling at that time to give you the correct recommended activity and the correct color. Now, the final screenshot here is of my Xcode project, which is what I coded this application in. I used Swift, and on the left you can see the files of the project. In the middle you can see viewcontroller.swift, which is of the home screen. And then on the right you can see the main storyboard, which contains the 4 main screens, including this, 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 and this. And here is a screen recording of the Xcode project, and here I'm going to the main storyboard. Now I'm going to the onboarding storyboard, and here I'm about to run the app, and you can see Welcome to MiMe Mindly Meditation, and here is the logo of the app. Now if I were to go through the onboarding screen, I will then be brought to the terms and conditions page, which I need this if I were to release this to the App Store. Then I show the hamburger menu and the begin your session. And finally, here I show the settings page. Now, you may be wondering how I gathered all this data to tell which color is correct for what emotion. Now, in the research portion of this project, I gathered 12 individuals who had consented to be inside this experiment, and I had asked them a few non-personally identifiable information questions, and a few questions about their mood and preferred music. And with that data, I was able to create a light spectrum. This is a visible light spectrum, which contains all colors that we can visibly see. And the most negative is around a 440 nanometer color, so it's more of like an indigo purple. However, ages of 65 plus tend to think of this color as relaxing. And the most neutral color was more of a green. And finally, the least positive of the positive section, which the positive section I'm referring to is the generally warm colors, as in nanometers 575 to 700. Now, our least positive of the positive section is around the darkish red, around a 690 or a 680. Now, to describe how these sessions work, I put the individuals inside a generally dark room with not much sound going on, and I had placed the phone face side up with the sound playing. And I left them in there for approximately 15 minutes. And based on that, I concluded my data. Now, for the future of this application, I plan on releasing this to the public, making it available for students, people in the workplace, and anywhere across the globe. I'll try my best to recode this in Xamarin so I can release this on both Android and iOS so everyone can use it. Also, I plan on adding this to smart home systems such as Alexa or Google Home. So whenever you enter your home, it will ask you to start a session. Maybe you're tired from school or work, and it will start your preferred session at that time. And finally, as I mentioned earlier, in school, this can be used as a 10-minute break in between a certain class in the day, and this can also be used in the workplace, such as if someone has an overload of work to do and they have to get calm and maybe even get confident for a presentation. And yeah, that is my project, Mindly Meditation.